In this video, I'm going to be going over some things that we need in Ark Survival Evolved 2. These are going to be some things from the community and from myself. Like I said, I'm going to be going over some things that I think should be in Ark 2, but I also asked the community on Twitter and community post. I got a lot of different responses, so we're going to be going over a ton of those as well to see what everyone else thinks it should be in Ark 2. So none of these are going to be in any particular order. I'm going to just be going through them randomly. But this first one I'm going to want to go over is that the dinos that they kind of go in a herd movement. This would actually be really cool because currently dinosaurs just walk around and do whatever they want. What dinosaurs in real life would walk around in huge herds of hundreds or thousands of different types, and of course I don't expect there to be thousands of trikes running around in a herd, but maybe just a few, maybe like 10 at the most, would be really cool because it'd be really realistic, and of course it'd just be kind of cool having all these big herds of creatures coming around. And I've seen a lot of people mention this one in my comments section as well as on Twitter, so this definitely seems like a pretty cool feature, and just making the dinos smarter in general with this would be a really cool idea. So something that I really want to see in here is probably cross-platform. That's going to be the main thing that I want in this game. I really want this game to be able to do cross-platform with things like being able to play on PC, cross-platform with Xbox, and then when PlayStation comes out, it'd be able to cross-platform with PlayStation as well, and you could play all on the same server from all those different things. There's so many games that have cross-play now, and it just feels like that Ark is missing that huge feature. I mean, there's games like Fortnite, Minecraft, and Call of Duty, just to name a few, that all have crossplay, and of course those are some of the most successful games, and I just think it really is needed. So the thing I've seen a lot going around is that it's going to be a primitive game, and that a lot of people actually want it to be a more primitive style game, and that's what the developers said, and it's going to be going to a primitive style, so I don't even really need to ask because that's what they're doing. Basically no tech or anything like that, and that makes sense because there's a lot of people that don't like the tech stuff in Ark. Also, this comment said better taming mechanics, which I definitely think they're going to do, as if you look at all the creatures they're making now, they all have unique and really good taming mechanics, like the shadow mains and all that. Everything they add is not just the normal knockout tame. And I know that with them making all these new creatures from scratch, they're probably going to give them all new taming abilities, so it's going to be different for all the different creatures. This comment is from Natural Causes, so if you don't already watch Natural Causes, then you really should, because he makes great videos. But his suggestion was, of course, mods, and I do think that there needs to be a huge mod support like there is in Ark 1, especially if they do make it crossplay. He said that it'd be really cool if they did have mods on console. Now, I have no idea how they'd import mods on consoles. We don't really see any game other than do that. The only game I know is like Skyrim, but it's like particular mods. You can't use every mod. But I'd like to see some sort of mod support on console, as well as just having a really good mod support on Steam, just like it already does. This next comment is from Loaded Crisis, which is another Ark YouTuber. Of course, he suggested that they have Survival of the Fittest in this game, which I really do think they have, because Survival of the Fittest was a big thing back when Ark first came out. It's basically a battle royale for Ark, and it is a really cool game mode. The sad thing it was only for PCs. You could only use the game mode on PC. And they kind of stopped supporting it and stopped giving it updates a long time ago, so it's still really old. So it'd be nice if you could have a new version in Ark 2 that has console support, maybe even when PlayStation comes out. If this game comes out for PlayStation, it'll have it on both consoles, and you'll be able to play Survival of the Fittest. I think that would be really cool. This next suggestion was by Vino. He's also another YouTuber. I'll have him linked in the description. But yeah, his suggestion, of course, was to add hardcore mode. So they already have hardcore mode in Ark 1. He's just saying that they need to have it in Ark 2. Definitely agree. I don't think they need to take out features that we have in Ark 1 and don't add them in Ark 2, because that kind of defeats the purpose of having a second game. Is taking out features wouldn't be that really good. But yes, just having a hardcore mode, for you guys that don't know what that is, basically just makes it to where everything's hard, and then when you die, you lose, you go back to level 1. So it's only for the most hardcore players, hence the name. Also, a bigger selection of ocean creatures. Now, I don't even know if this map is going to have an ocean, considering how, nobody cares about the ocean in Ark 1, and none of them have really been that useful, so we'll see if they end up including a giant ocean in this map or not. Next comment is, of course, about the storyline, having a good storyline, which of course the Ark 1 already does, and I imagine with Ark 2 they're going to continue the storyline even more, because it seems like it's going to be pretty cool, especially with the storyline being heavily focused in Genesis Part 2. They're probably going to continue that, of course, with Vin Diesel being Santiago and all of that. This next comment was about better flying mechanics, basically, and I can definitely agree with this too. The current, of course, there's been a lot of creatures that have way better mechanics than the other ones, and he suggested mainly like diving, so you know, like creatures like griffins and snow owls have the dive abilities, and some of the other creatures don't, they're just normal flying. So that'd be really cool if you could do some more abilities about flying, like being able to dive, barrel roll, you know, do tricks, and have cool movement as well. This next comment was about the NPCs, so of course throughout the entire ARK trailer you can see that there's NPCs, like this weird orc things. So I don't really know about NPCs because ARK doesn't have, you know, NPCs or player characters or whatever. So he's saying more of an intelligent species, so I don't know if it's going to be like more like Conan Exiles, where you can go up to like camps of people where they'll go and try to fight you, and then you get to fight back, kind of like it's PvP in PvE, where there's just camps of raiders and all these other different species on this planet. I don't know, we'll have to see when the game actually comes out. This next comment had a lot of stuff in it, but I'm just going to be going over mainly the structure system. I do think there needs to be a little bit better of a building system. Of course, the one in ARK is pretty good, but there's a lot of improvements that can be made. Say, you know, everything being obstructed when you try to place it and stuff like that, or the snap points being glitchy at sometimes. Just making it a little bit better and a little bit user-friendly to people that don't know how to use it, or people that are just straight up new to the game, as well as new building pieces. Of course, there's not that many building types in ARK. It'd be really nice to have a huge variety of different build types for those people that do play the game solely just for the building purposes, so that way you can get more variety in the builds. Next is better fighting animations or stuff like that, because basically in ARK all you do now when you fight something is you just bite it with a dinosaur when it's in a dinosaur fight. And this, of course, comment was kind of comparing it to the Jurassic Park style, where in Jurassic World Evolution they kind of just go at it and attack it. It's some really cool animations, but ARK doesn't have stuff like that. So it'd be really cool if when dinosaurs fight they could have their own animations, trying to bite each other and do different moves. So that way it's more unique and of course more entertaining than just biting each other and then not even hitting each other, but they're just hitting a hitbox. Of course, this comment was talking about there needs to be more dinosaurs, and of course ones with updated models, and of course I know they're going to do that because you can see Pteranodon, T-Rex, all this stuff in the trailer. They have insanely updated models, and I guess they're going to be like a new TLC for every creature that's currently in ARK, because they're going to be adding most of them into the game. Of course, not all of them like DLC stuff, they're probably going to keep out of this game. They're probably going to be adding a lot of updated models, and then this comment also mentioned new structures, which I had already talked about earlier. So of course I'm not going to be able to go over every comment in full detail, so I'll leave the other ones that I didn't do on the screen so you can see all of them, and then you can read some of them if you want to by pausing the video and then reading it that way. Anyway, if you guys did enjoy this video, then make sure to leave a like and also subscribe. Also leave a comment to what you want to see in ARK 2, because of course we've had all these other ones. If you didn't get a chance to comment there, you can comment in the comment section and I'll probably read it. And also make sure to join the Discord server, follow me on Twitter, and then buy the merch as well. But thanks for watching, and bye.